Hello YouTube, welcome to my bookshelf. Today I'm reviewing a sample, very kindly sent to me, of one of the least Googleable spirits I'm aware of, Rhum Rhum, from Bielle Distillery on Marie Galante. This is their PMG, it's the white, it's bottled at 56% alcohol. I'll talk a little bit more about this after I add water to it. But first, some initial tasting notes. This is the last of it, which is a bit of a shame, because I'll mention that in a minute too. Okay. So, extremely perfumey, actually. The thing to know about this in advance is that it's pot distilled, not column distilled. And you think that means it's going to be heavier. It's actually, this does not smell heavy at all. It's actually very fruit-driven, almost very grappa-like. You're sort of getting less the fruits than the sort of skins and pumice and stuff. Kind of like grapefruit pith, the white stuff. A little pear, but almost more like pear core, like the leftovers after the fruit is gone, than sort of the fruit itself. Extremely floral, a little herbal, a little cilantro in there, some like light herbs, not big heavy ones. Hints of nectarine, but like almost nectarine eau de vie or something like that. And strong hints of like kind of fruity cereal, like Fruit Loops comes to mind, but maybe more ethereal than Fruit Loops. On the palate, still very perfumey. Ooh. This is like eating flowers, which is kind of nice. Lots and lots of flowers. A little bit of grassiness mixed in with the flowers. Nectarines again, plums maybe. This is really kind of hard for me. There's lots of little hints and suggestions going on. It's like, again, it's like a very good grappa or something like that. Hard to nail things down here. But it is lovely. So what I'm going to do, it does get more organized when you add a little bit of water to it. So this is a very small amount, so I'm just going to add a squirt. Give that a minute. So the thing to know about this is that so this is from the Bielle distillery, which is okay. Little background. So back in the day when I could still get international samples shipped to Illinois, one of the little, grab bags I bought was Bielle Distillery, their standard Blanc rum agricole. So I didn't, expect much from it, but I mean, it completely knocked my socks off. It's stunning stuff, and you see pictures of the distillery, you kind of get why that would be. I mean, they're still taking cane to the distillery on ox carts. There's the visitor center is not, lots of, mahogany and marble affair. It's, they put old machinery out in the yard to sort of provide, visual entertainment. It's that kind of place. Guadeloupe, Marie Galante, fantastic place for rum. Impossible to get any of it in the U.S. So I've just been sitting here, waiting for someone to start importing this stuff, and it's still not here. But what you can get, at least if you're in New York, apparently, is this Rhum Rhum PMG. So what is this? A grappa eau de vie distiller from Italy, quite famous, Vittorio Gianni Capovilla. Basically lost I'm going to believe, I don't know the exact story, but I want to believe he lost a bet to Gargano from the Velier line of rum, sort of the guy who's got his fingers in rum all over the place. And what he did was basically installed one of his own sort of, crop up eau de vie stills inside the Bielle distillery in Marie Galante, and he sort of makes his own rum, cane eau de vie there. And I was very excited about this when I heard about it. I didn't know that they were bringing it into the U.S. until basically, someone mentioned me. Oh, it's not actually being. It's impossible to find under the Rhum Rhum name because the name is ungoogleable. But if you look under Capovilla, there it is, and I think Astor and a couple of places over there. And I got a little sample of it, and I have to, again, pot distilled. I was expecting something, totally whacked out, especially given my experience with standard Bielle distillate, which is, it's an agricole, but it's heavy, serious, whacked out, just, olivey, just seafoody, seashore kinds of stuff. And I was expecting more of that from this, but this is actually much lighter on its feet than the column distilled stuff. Anyways, so I'm still kind of trying to find my way around this a little bit. It's a terrific style, but it's not a style that I know very well. So I'm going to go back to it with a little bit of water. Okay. More flowers are coming out, just tons and tons more flowers and Perfumey stuff, but also some smoke now, like burning. The classic agricole burning plastic thing is coming out for me now. Take some action figures and light them on fire, but nice. And also there's a limey thing, but it's almost like, I don't know if anyone made a lime breakfast cereal, but that's kind of what this would smell like. It's sort of limey but grainy at the same time on the palate. Sweetens up a lot, actually. It's a little bit austere, and it's still hard to wrap my head around, but less so now. This actually gets quite, as the beer drinkers would say, this is very sessionable. There's nothing sort of gonna knock your head off about this. It's very delicate, but there's enough going on that it never gets boring. I could drink jugs of this stuff if I had the liver for it. Kind of gets a little bit sweeter. Corn syrup, but nice. Almost like a more fruity pebbles than Fruit Loops. Still very floral. Something that reminds me of plum eau de vie, if you could just distill plums. So there's so I used to be a pipe smoker. That's not a euphemism. I just literally had a pipe, and one of my favorite tobaccos was Perique. It's actually made in one small section of the South. It's they just let the tobacco stew in its own juices, and it gets very sort of plummy, smoky, tarry, and that's kind of what I'm getting here. This is like a little, a little tar, but it's much more like just drinking Perique smoke, and I like it. Complex, but not demanding, if I can put it that way. But also hard for me to. I'd love to have more. I'd love to have a full bottle of this thing because I'm still figuring my way out around this stuff, as I said. Score wise, I'm gonna give this an 85 question mark, and that's like a formal thing. I feel like I could go higher than this. I just haven't found my groove with it. So leave it an 85 question mark right now. But if you're watching this and you're expecting standard Bielle, this is not what this is. This is much more, cane eau de vie, cane grappa to some extent, and it's lovely. Um, by the way, how awesome is it that people are like sending me samples? Like someone cares like about my ringy-dingy little channel. They want me to review this stuff. This is amazing, actually. Like my silly little Ray and Nephew review now has like 400 views or something. I've got like 40 subscribers. Who are you people? Why? um, so I hope I'm providing useful information to folks out there. Because there needs to be more useful information out there about this stuff. Like I didn't know. I thought that this was going to knock my head off with like heavy metal, rummy grunginess, and it's just not that kind of spirit at all. And I hope this little video helps gets out little tidbits of information like that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'm going to cut it off here. Cheers.